Hi guys, I'm Megan Lane, the intuitive actress, and I thought in the spirit of episodal season being here, I would do a little ditty on headshots. A lot of us are getting new headshots right now. It's a good idea to get new headshots anytime your look changes, even a little bit, because you want to look exactly like your headshot. I'll tell you a quick story about this. One time I went into an audition for a very well-paying commercial. And I walked in and they go, "Thanks, Megan." And I go, "That's it? No copy?" They're like, "No, that's it. Just making sure you look like your headshot. Thanks, bye." I'm like, "Cool, easiest audition ever. Bye, guys." And I booked it. And it ended up being like my first big commercial. They aired in multiple markets. So you do want to look exactly like your headshot. They brought people in just to make sure they looked like their shot. So they're not losing money on somebody who's trying to use a headshot from 4 years ago. So make sure they're current. They have to look like you now, not like you 5 years ago, not like you 70 pounds ago, whatever. Make sure they are current. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, do invest in your headshots photographer. This is not a great time unless you absolutely can't afford something else, but this is your career and if you're serious about it, you need to make an investment in yourself. Pick a headshots photographer who is just a headshots photographer. Unless they're shooting celebrities or doing very similar, make sure they specialize in headshots. Headshots are very specific. The lighting is specific. Usually they'll have the really good ones often have a hair and makeup person built in. Spend the extra money. Get your makeup and hair done. If you don't like it or it doesn't look like you normally look, have them adjust it for you. Even if you're even better, adjust it for yourself. But they know how to do specific makeup for the lighting. So absolutely invest. If you're going to spend the money, invest all the way. Do the whole thing. You get what you pay for. This is going to get you work or not. Headshots make or break you in some ways. So that being said, now that I've lectured you on that, also invest in good wardrobe. What is good wardrobe? Good wardrobe is going to be colors that look good on yourself. Look good on you. I highly recommend doing things that bring out your eyes and make sure that makes your skin look like it is. Usually if you're a commercial, in general, you really want to do something that brings out your skin, makes you glow. So I picked, I also really like layering sometimes, not the whole time. In every single shot, it's good to vary your necklines, but layering makes it look like something you might actually wear. So I picked this blue, and I pick a shade that's very similar to your actual eye color that makes your eye color pop. Your eyes are really what sells your headshot. You really want to also have a lot of expression in your eyes in your photos. You might want to, this sounds really corny and a lot of people do it. You might want to be thinking things when you're shooting, like, "Oh, I'm in love with you," or I'm going to kick your butt if you're doing like a dramatic shot, or think of something. It makes it more cinematic. It gives life behind your eyes. And everybody who looks at a lot of headshots knows if the eyes aren't happening, the whole headshot gets thrown out. So layering. I like darker color on top usually if you do a layer. Not always. The rules are meant to be broken. In general, it's better to follow the rules unless you really have a good reason for breaking them. I have a friend who wore a patterned scarf in his headshot. Looks awesome on him, but not in general, can be distracting. Sometimes it works when you break a rule. So just if you're breaking rules, you better really know what you're doing already. And I don't know why my thing just minimized. Anyway, patterns in general. Are you looking at me or are you looking at my shirt right now? This is why you stay away from patterns and headshots. This is one of my favorite pieces of clothing. It's really fun. It's very spiritually. I like reading in it. It's like kimono-like. But guess what? Not a great thing for a headshot. Too distracting. You want them looking here. Ladies, you really don't want them looking here. So, unless you're really going for super sexy roles where it's okay to show a little cleave nowadays, you don't want too much going on or it is completely distracting. You want it on the moneymaker. You want the focus there. This is a color I look good in, but you don't want your clothes wearing you. It might not be the best color ever for headshots because the shirt could be wearing me. In real life, looks great. I actually could get away with this in my early 20s for headshots. Some of them turned out great in this color. Now, I don't think so. Probably not. But it's a great color otherwise. So do pick solid colors. Brights can be great, especially if you're younger or they really work on you. If they make your eyes and skin pop. I would say that you want to be the focus. So just, this is an example of a color I shoot in a lot. It's not a bad idea to look up the meanings of colors and see what they psychologically do when people look at them. I pick a lot of blues because I have blue eyes, but also like dark blues. For me, like I personally, I feel like I resonate with this color. So pick a color you love. Pick a color that's you. Pick a color that's one of your favorite colors. Blue is one of my favorites because it has to do with loyalty and royalty and success, and it's a color of like true blue. It's solid, reliable. So I play a lot of girls next door and leading ladies. So you want solid and reliable for that type too. So think about your type. Think about what would your characters wear. Also, like, and here's another example. Solid and dark colors. They look good on camera. Darker, solid, non-distracting. They're my favorites. I know personally I look best in jewel tones. I know personally you have to know ahead of time what you look not good in. I never wear yellows and oranges because they make me look jaundiced in photos. Know these things ahead of time so you're not wasting your time or money by the time you get there. Do invest in brand new clothes. On camera, you can really see pilling or bunching. Make sure that's a good fit. Make sure you're not going too tight. Make sure you also have shape. You don't want to be boxy or have your clothes wearing you again where you can't see your shape. Headshots, they want to see your shape to make sure you're right for the role. So make sure you give them that. Don't make a question mark. They may skip over you if they don't know what you look like because they just don't want to waste their time. So about typing. I'm going to switch gears here. Once you, like, again, pick colors and know what the colors evoke. Like, too much red can be overpowering, but a little red can be a sign of power. It depends on what kind of roles you play. So, also typing, a note on typing. Don't try to fight against your type too hard. Your type can serve you or it can hurt you. If you try to go against it, it shows what it really says to the casting directors is, I don't know who I am. Or I want to be somebody I'm not. And that's not a good place to start. You want to be the best possible you. That being said, you do get a bit of wiggle room in how you want to present yourself. You don't have to just be what they tell you to be or what you are. You know, you do want to kind of go within the type. For example, I'm at least 3 types. We have all these archetypes in us. I'm at least 3. I get all the time. Commercial girl next door, obviously. I also get like sophisticated roles. Sometimes I play villains, strong, powerful women, a lot of leading lady. Sometimes villains or good girl. I go good girl, bad girl. That's where I can play with my type. I also have a more, like, for example, because you can see me, I'm using myself as an example because you can see me right now. I play very classic roles because I'm not very plastic. I'm not very silicone. I'm not very Baywatchy. But I am very period film. I am very Pride and Prejudice, the 50s and 60s, the 40s, a ton of the 40s. So I will probably do a headshot to showcase a classic look. Play to your strengths. Don't try to be, I'm not going to go out there trying to look like Cindy Crawford because I'm not going to. There'll be women in LA that look way more modelly than me. And I'm okay with that, you know. There'll be women that look way more hipster, funky, you know, that's really popular right now. I know that I'm not that. I can sometimes fall into that category with like some clip-in streaks or some weird stuff that I can do. But is my headshot going to be that? No, it's not, because I'm not generally going to get cast that way. So I asked a bunch of people, and I highly suggest you ask a bunch of people, what kind of roles do you see me playing? I get the same ones over and over when I ask my friends and neighbors and people I know. And they see me in different ways, but they're all within this type. So I suggest, like, take the consensus and do your looks with those types in general. So I kept getting assistant DA, which is very specific, when I kept asking people, and I'm like, that's really specific. Or they'll say FBI, but not cop. I'm like, okay. So in my next headshot, I decided to do a gray scoopy neck, you can't see it very well, and a black leather jacket on top. So I'm going, now that I'm a little older, I'm going a little bit more leading lady, a little bit more badass. So play to what you want to be doing, but play something that would be reasonable for you. I highly suggest also, I went shopping all day yesterday, so I'm going to give you guys a little hint. Go to H&M. Just, if you have an H&M, skip right over all the other stores because they have basics. This is from there. Most of the stuff I showed you is from there. They've got V-necks, they've got scoop necks, they've got button-ups, they've got every color, just about, in multiple shades even sometimes. So I highly suggest starting there. It was a long day of shopping, and that was the mothership. for actors. And they had 2 for $10 right now. And often, I think it's almost always, if not always, 2 for $10 for these basics. So you can get a whole bunch of options to bring in for not a whole lot of money. Hurrah, a win for actors. So, so there's that. And then there was one other thing I wanted to, oh, health. Okay, so leading up to your headshots, in general, I want you all taking great care of your skin, yourselves, your body, etc. You need to be doing that anyway as a human, but especially as an actor. But it's a little bit even more special leading up to photos, because photos do show if you're tired, if you've been drinking too much or dehydrated, if you have been not getting enough sleep, you'll get the dark circles. I highly suggest using an eye cream or serum all the time, really, because you want to prevent those wrinkles, give yourself longevity. But especially the week leading up to, get an eye serum, not a cream, get a serum, especially if you're younger. It's expensive, it's an investment, but so is your career. I like Lotus's by Fresh. It's amazing. I pop mine in the fridge and put it on cold. But there's a ton of really great ones out there that are more inexpensive than that even. Highly suggest doing that up to your headshots. Make sure you're moisturizing in the morning and at night. Make sure you're wearing something with sunscreen. For me, I use a moisturizer that has a makeup that has sunscreen and a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. You want to be avoiding too much sun, drinking a ton of water leading up to your headshots, making sure you're getting adequate sleep. Don't party your butt off right before your headshots. What else? Make a teeth bleaching. Is it time for you? Get your teeth bleached. Crest white strips. If you are in a pinch, use baking soda, hydrogen peroxide. Just do it once though, because it's not good for your enamel. It might be good just to do one right before. You can Google these things too and do some research. Research. Make sure your shoes are broken in. Make sure your jeans are stretched out. You want to go in there feeling like you already are comfortable in what you're wearing, not like you're wearing something foreign to you. Maybe have some music that you love to be playing at your shoot, if they don't already. And maybe bring a buddy. Sometimes it's fun if they let you to bring a buddy who really puts you at ease, who really makes you laugh, who really can evoke some great expressions, almost like a scene partner, almost like a reader. Sometimes it's better off without if it makes you nervous. It just depends on your comfort level, because your comfort level shows on camera, as we know. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Good luck with your headshots. I hope you all are booking a ton this season, and I'll see you later.